Here's just a little video of one corner of my bedroom, and you can see my medallion right there in the left-hand corner, and you can see the water globe that's there. Here's its little sister plant that I've just about killed before I bought that watering plant. This is all sort of a mess. They get some light, and that's a cutting. That's a real plant, loves the light. Those are cuttings from my syngonium. This is just a little stand in the corner. I love that little lamp. I don't know whether I can zoom in on it. You can see how pretty it is. I took the top off because I was trying to put an LED light bulb in there. I made those two little dolls. Still have the molds at home. And this is a little antique sweetie that I bought off of eBay. That is a coleus that I saved, that I grew from seed. This is, I believe that's my frosty begonia, and you can see, excuse me, how big it's getting. There's a little guy right there, samurai, I believe it's called. There's my asparagus fern, which really isn't a fern, and I'm going to do a little video on it and its creepy crawly things. I had this syngonium, I guess it's a chocolate syngonium, in a place where I didn't get it watered. So it's lost a lot of leaves. All those brown ones need to be clipped, and I'm waiting for it to transfer all the mobile nutrients it wants back into the mother plant. Back there is my $5 fig tree, and it loves it right back there. I close these curtains at night because I leave the lights on. That's just a green spider plant. Let's see if I can move in a little bit closer. I'm walking through my jungle right now. These are all cuttings that I picked up off of the floor at Lowe's, and they're growing out of, let's see if I can get to it. I'll take this off, and you can see I have a little, oh gosh, my brain is dead, calatheas that broke off and rooted. I have some cebu blue that was a piece off of the floor at Lowe's, as was my philodendron right there, and something's eating it. I've got to wash those leaves. I don't know what it is. This is an unusual syngonium. You can see the shape of the leaves, and it has not been doing well. Here is a cutting of, I don't know which one this is, Silvery Ann, I don't know. Here's a close-up of this lovely, lovely from seed coleus. And down here in the corner is one of the Dieffenbachias that I bought this summer. And here's a close-up of my begonia, and you can see how there's many, many cuttings there. Now I'll go slow and just show you I have lights everywhere. But that's it for right now. And you can see on the curtain rod, I bought one of those great big $3 hooks from Lowe's. And this is my homemade out of yarn with like maybe quadruple knots in it. And this I bought to hopefully catch the little lovely, let me put this back up here, the lovely little fungus gnats that have been flying around, but I guess I don't have any because, and this is very sticky, it's sticking to the planter. So, hang on. Here is about the 5th bloom on this regal shield. I ended up damaging the leaf, but the leaves are beautiful. The lighting's not very good. Anyhow, these blooms, they're pretty, but at night they smell like a cat. And who wants to smell like a cat? Looks like this needs dusted off. And here's this poor pinstriped thing. But I think this water globe needs some water in it. These are cuttings. This was a cutting. That's a full-size plant. And I think I'm going to end this now. So hopefully this gives you a little tour of a corner of my bedroom. I'll try to do another tour of the other part of the bedroom another day. Thank you for coming to my channel. And maybe I should give a little bit about care of these before I sign off. This medallion cannot be without water. I've had it for a long time, months, and this was like it when I bought it. But it has a water globe like that one in it, so it never runs out of water. So it's doing very well. And there's another little antique baby back there. Bought at a thrift shop. So, begonias like to dry out. And right now, this is pretty dry. That's why it's wobbling around in its pot. I bought this pot, and I need to put a hook up for it, but I bought that at Ross on sale at the end of the summer. And the Dieffenbachia also likes to dry out a bit, and it's pretty dry. Well, not really pretty dry. And I bought these pots at the Dollar General, 50% off. This was a $3 rescue. Wish I would have bought more. Asparagus fern, and it's not a true fern. It grows and looks and resembles asparagus plants. We eat the new shoots of an asparagus plant, so they named this plant after that. And I don't know what it says on its care thing. I don't think, can we see it? Hang on, I gotta get a better grip. Sorry about the filming. That's what happens when you try to do everything by yourself. Water. It says 2 times per week. More often when dry. Bloom, it doesn't bloom. And more info. And it also says probably something about bees. Bee hazard warnings. So a pesticide was used. But look, look at these. Can you see these tendrils sticking out of it? They're starting to get leaves at the end. So it's going crazy. I guess it's happy that it's at my house. So it gets watered when everything else dries out and gets watered. So, and here's a better look at this, and I think that doesn't look too good, does it? I think I'm going to have to reroot it because it's not getting any, or maybe it's just me, it's drying out. Oh well, I can't pull it out. But these leaves should not be limp like this. That's telling me something's wrong with the roots. I'm going to have to check this out and maybe put it back in water. This cutting of it is fine. This is how the leaves should look if it's well watered. That one's dying. But these are all new leaves since I got it, and they seem to be doing well. Here's my chocolate syngonium that was nice and lush, but I forgot to water it. And it sucked up a lot of water, so it's very dry right now. And the way I tell how something needs watered is I just sort of lift it up. And if it's really light, then it needs watered. This should be dark purple. It's not getting enough light, but it's winter and there's not much I can do about it. And if you want to see when you bring your plants in, you see round holes like this, it means there's a caterpillar eating it somewhere. And I believe I got the caterpillar that was on here. There's another hole. And it's getting brown, so anyhow, that fiddle leaf fig, it gets watered when everybody else gets watered. This also gets watered when everything else gets watered. All of this, that one stem, was from one cutting. I just moved this up here. It's very unusual because of those little rabbit ears. It's lost. This is dead. This is what I mean about it absorbs mobile and immobile nutrients. And for all of you that are wondering about mobile and immobile nutrients, mobile nutrients are things like nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And if an older leaf is dying, it's because the younger leaf up here needs those nutrients. Iron is not a mobile nutrient, and neither is calcium. These need to be added. And most of the calcium that is in our water system is not an easily absorbed calcium. So try to buy some calcium magnesium and it will help your plants out. Also add a teaspoon to a gallon of water that you're using for your plants, a teaspoon of Epsom salts, which will give them magnesium and sulfur, because Epsom salts is magnesium sulfate, and both of those are important for plants. I'm going to do a video on why these ingredients are so necessary. And look at the new growth. This is why some houseplants still need a good amount of fertilizer over the winter. And by good amount, I mean they're not dormant. So if they're still actively growing, they need fertilizer. And what I do is I use orchid fertilizer, sometimes the first number, nitrogen being higher, sometimes the middle number. But I'm not buying any more with a middle number higher. I'm just going to always get the nitrogen higher. Also, I add Cal Mag to my nutrient solution. I add Epsom salts. I add seaweed emulsion fertilizer, and if you're having trouble with roots growing, like maybe this little guy that's wilted needs some seaweed emulsion to help its root growth. Also, I put in trace minerals. Epsom salts, I think I told you all the secret ingredients for good plant growth. So, let's go back to saying goodbye. Take care, my friends, and a Happy New Year to all of you. And may your plants and your family and yourself have a blessed New Year. 2020. The next time double numbers will appear, I guess, is 2121. And I don't think any of us are going to get to live that long to see that number, period. Imagine what it was like in 1919 for those double numbers. So, it's exciting. Think of the growth in the world in technology and plant knowledge even since 2000. 1919. So, God bless you, your family, your plants, your pets, everybody, your friends, your YouTube friends. Thank you for coming to my video. And until we meet again, take care.